Thank you so much for the resub, Cupcake.
You're welcome, Off Cake.
Happy you're here.
For like 2 seconds.
Just getting my painting supplies ready. I'm dropping stuff. Okay. Trying to decide what I want to paint. Because we have some options. Oh, and now Olaf chooses to pick up a squeaky toy. It's because he's so good. He has perfect timing, I swear. Like, I'll be totally silent in here, hanging out, and then I'll get a phone call, or I'll, like, jump on a video call or something, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, Mom, now's a great time to start making noise, right? I'm like, no, my beautiful boy. But he's a goober. He's a goofy. Seriously?
Serially.
Is that really loud on stream? I feel like that's really loud.
I don't know.
Olaf, please.
Actually, it's not as loud as it is.
Refrain, my love. I adore him so much, but he's so loud. Olaf.
It's actually not too loud. I mean, it's loud, but it's not like overpowering.
Good. He's exited to the other room. But good Lord. How's the music volume? Is it doing all right? Can you even hear it?
I think it's good.
Compared to my voice?
Yeah.
Doing all right? Aight. Toit.
Nuts.
Toit nups. I don't even know what's happening now. Devin is being a dork. Alright, I'm gonna grab my new paints that my bestie gave me. We're actually going to put these into some palettes too. Oh, I probably should turn on cam now. Dork. Hi. This is my face. Oh, hold up. There we go. Needed to, my camera needed to decompress. It needed to figure its life out. I'm just popping away to grab some paint. Okay. Grabbing all my supplies. Okay. Painting supplies acquired. Feeling very singy at the moment. Probably because it's been, I don't know how many weeks it's been since I've streamed, but it's been too many weeks. Because I've been on summer break and it's just been like it's been good, but busy. Okay. I feel like my camera is really well, no, maybe it's okay. It just feels really zoomed out, or really zoomed in, I mean. But you know what? It's fine. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. Except it looks really overexposed now. We're gonna turn the brightness down just a little bit. Ah, too dark. Too much. Can we... Hello, Laura. Welcome in. How are you, friend? Hey, girl. For some reason, that came through my... Oh my gosh, hi. You're redeeming all the things. Also, I think... Because we did the Twitch itself alert box thingy, I think that means we get 2 more animated emotes. I want to say that's accurate, but I could be wrong. Aha! Yes, we did. I just wanted to figure out how to do that. I'm good. How are you? I'm excited to be back streaming. Oh, you know what it is? I need to turn autofocus off. That will help. Did that...
Hi, Laura. Bye, Laura.
Trying to make sure autofocus is... Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to do some painting. So here are all my supplies. I think I might turn the lights on in the background. Maybe that will help. Aha, there we go. They were down to set to like mood lighting, but I think we'll have it up higher. Okay, so how are you, Laura? I'm sorry I haven't been in your stream in a minute. I just have not been... I've kind of taken like a technology detox a little bit, which has been really nice. I've been good. I started taking guitar lessons, which is exciting. Because I play lots of instruments, but guitar was not one of them. But now I'm learning. And then, yeah, we're getting ready to go camping next week. Been spending time with family, friends. I get to go see baby goats tomorrow. I'm so excited. Hi, you're on camera now.
I know. I was getting funny faces.
There were some smooches. My friend for my birthday, other than OBS being annoying, oh no, I haven't graduated to OBS. I still use Streamlabs because I'm baby streamer. I'm too afraid of OBS. Streamlabs is easy. Just look at how it shines. But what has OBS been doing? Oh, okay. So the first thing I need to do is decide on a... Well, no. Okay, we're gonna pot some paint. So my wonderful friend Aurora, got me these Nick Pro. See, why is it's not like it's auto focusing. It's like low light compensation, dynamically vary the frame rate. That's probably what I was having issues with. Okay, there we go. Well, no, it's still wanting to like, I don't know. My camera is being annoying. The way the temperature gets hot, sit back and watch me make it. Buffering disable? Could that be it? Did that fix it? I don't know. I'm trying to get it to stop doing the weird thing. Is it hot? And when we finish, you make sure to clean the light. There we go. Looks good to you? Okay, cool. I'm just gonna ignore it then. I get so distracted when I'm streaming about like trying to make sure the camera looks good and stuff that I get too focused on it. So anyway, she got me these tubed watercolor paints by Nick Pro. And I have primarily... Hi, Twitchy! Welcome in! I have primarily done, like, what do you call it? Like pans, like hard pans of watercolor. So I'm excited to try the tubes. But I'm gonna try, they're not organized by color at all, which is annoying. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change this. Ah! I don't know that any of that helped. Okay. So I'm gonna organize them by color because I want like the greens and like I want to be able to grab a whole. You weren't following me. Well, thank you so much for the follow. I can actually disable the Twitch alert box now. I only had it on because I wanted the extra animated emotes that you get if you turn it on. But now we can turn that off and just use the Stream Elements one or Streamlabs one. Hide that. Okay. Cool. Thank you so much for the follow. So we're gonna organize. I have some of these extra empty palettes, and they have 12 spaces in each. So I'm thinking we'll try to separate into colors. How many do I have of them? I have 3, and we have exactly 36 tubes of paint. So I'm hoping that it'll line up. What have you been up to, Twitchy? Also, sorry if I look down most of the time. Sometimes when I'm on camera, I forget that I am on camera, and then I don't look at it. Okay, so I want the greens and blues. That's these are dark, violets. So we'll put these together. Trying to fix Laura's annoying OBS. Yeah, she was saying that it was being annoying. My husband uses OBS to stream. I'm still baby streamer. I still use Streamlabs. Because I'm too, I don't know, I'm afraid of moving everything over, and I've heard that OBS is a little bit less user-friendly. Let me grab it. Okay. I wanted my blank pad so we can swatch and figure out which thing is going to go where. Ah. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had these. Decided to break on you? I'm so sorry. Here we go. I want a pen. We have no clue why. Is it, I'm completely not versed in OBS, but is it something where you could disconnect your Twitch and then come back in? Thank you. That was one of my first ever paintings, actually. Let's see what that was. Oh yeah, this was from May. This was a hyacinth flower, I think, or a snapdragon, just some kind of tall purple flower. But we're gonna do some swatching. Okay. Okay. What is the day? It is the 12th. Okay, we're gonna go in with some of these blues first, but I need a palette. Here we go. You uninstalled it, reinstalled it, been trying to fit. Oh my god, for a whole week? Okay, that kind of makes sense why I haven't seen you online. Because I noticed, I was like, I haven't seen Laura live, but I thought maybe it was just I was in the wrong, not on when you were on. But I'm sorry that's been happening. Have you, it might be kind of annoying, but have you tried streaming with a different service? I know, oh, this is very watery. Streamlabs or what is the other one? Stream Elements is another one I think people use. Okay. Haven't thought of that. I mean, that would at least be like a, what do you call it? Like a patch, you know what I mean? Like a band-aid until you can get the other one working. Upload it 0.2 megabytes. What? I don't know what you mean. Upload what? I think we're gonna use, yeah, we'll just use a size 4 round. Look at all my beautiful brushes. Okay. Here we go. This one, oh crap, I just put it away. This one is sky blue. I'm gonna try it out. I have my water cup over here. It's the network upload speed. Okay. This is really wet. I have some other tubed pigments that are not quite as wet. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing just yet. Haven't decided. Okay, I like that color. I have my dirty water over here and my clean water to the right. And then my little thing. Okay, so we are gonna put this one in here. This is gonna be like we're gonna start with like our blues. I don't really want to fill the pan all the way. I'm just going to do like a half full. Because then I can always pour more from the tube if I want to. Hi Lexi! Welcome in! Good to see you. We're doing some painting. Oh crap, did I just touch that? No, okay, cool. I'm going to have the palette over here. Right now I'm just testing out some new paints that my friend bought me. Actually for my birthday. So I've had them for a hot minute and I haven't used them yet. Okay, so that was sky blue. How are you doing? Okay, this is cerulean blue. I think the wetness is just like, I wonder if I need to massage the tube at all. Because I noticed on the other one when I poured it into the pan, it wasn't quite as watery. I think it's more watery in the tube because I haven't massaged it to mix it up. I'm good. Yeah, just vibing and painting. Or, well, getting ready to paint and then we'll start painting. And Cupcake is going to go see, I think he said he was going to go see the new Superman movie with our friend. Which I didn't realize there was a new Superman movie coming out. Okay. Cerulean and sky blue look very similar. Oh wait, that's still sky. We've already done that one. Okay. Oof, my erasable pens don't erase on the watercolor paper as well. Yeah, sky blue's like a little bit darker. I can see that. So I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. Ugh. I hate the dentist. It's just like I have a couple old fillings that need to be removed and then redone because they're old. Yeah, I know. I have two of them, and I have to do. They were like, well, we could make two separate appointments, or just have you come in for the long haul. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well just bite the bullet and do it all at once. But I'm really not looking forward to being at the dentist for 2 hours tomorrow. Okay, this one is the next blue. Yeah. These are our blues. So we're kind of moving light to dark. I think, yeah, we'll do cobalt next. Thank you. This is, I want to get like a little widget that shows what song is playing, or maybe like a command where it could connect to Spotify, and then like people could be like song, and then it'll tell you. But this is Fulton Lee is his name, and he's one of my favorite artists. He has like a really kind of like funky, relaxed, like I don't know. He's just good. And he's all like indie. He produces and writes and records and stuff all his own. Okay, this is cobalt blue. So we've made a big jump in shading. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's got to be like there's got to be a way that I could integrate into Spotify so that I wouldn't have to go constantly change it. There's probably some sort of bot that I can connect to that already does it. There is, I saw on Etsy, there's a little widget that you can get that's really cute, that when the song changes, it'll pop up on the screen and be like, now playing. The only issue with that is it's not up all the time, and it costs money. And I spent too much money on art supplies last week. Prime Day, and then Michael's had a big sale, the craft store. They both got me good. Yeah, I'll have to send you a picture or put it in the Discord. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 unopened boxes of color pencils sitting right now waiting for me to like dive into them. But I haven't yet because I had to buy a new color pencil case because now I have too many pencils to fit in the case that I have. And I don't want to open and play with the pencils until I can like organize them simultaneously. But I finally bought the Prismacolor set because it was $30 off. It was the cheapest I've ever seen it. And I was like, okay, I can justify this. And then there were a couple Color brand sets that were like also super on cheap. And I've used them before from somebody else. Like, I've tried them out. So I got the pastel and the neon set to like supplement the Prisma set that I don't, that has colors lacking. And then the last one, I got the, see, I got way too many pencils. I got the Ohuhu oil-based to try because they were super on sale. And then the last one is the Castle Arts Harmonious set because that has a lot of really like muted tones that the other sets don't have. So I spent a lot of money on color pencils, but it was worth it because they were all super duper on sale. You're going to be lurking and playing games. We'll have fun playing games. I hope that you win if you're playing games you can win. Hi, Cassie. You're going to do a lurky lurk. Have fun. Thanks for hanging out and saying hi. Not gonna lie, you low-key sort of made me want to open The Sims again. But I don't like The Sims 4 as much. I like Sims 3. And I don't have it on this computer, and anyway, I got to get it again. I had all the expansions, but they weren't acquired in the most noble of fashions. So that was on an old computer. I don't even know if where I got them exists anymore. It was years ago. I was a teenager, okay? This was Ultramarine. I mean, I could do like the free stuff on Sims 4. That might scratch the itch, but then I know I'm gonna end up spending money buying expansions. So part of what this is gonna do, having these swatches, is like the pans aren't labeled at all. So this way I might have to make it smaller. I can cut something out and put it in the top here so I can see. Yeah, the base is free, but then like all the cool stuff is in all the expansions. Okay, that was Ultramarine. We're gonna do Phthalo blue. I know. That's how they get ya. Exactly. And I'm like, EA doesn't need my money. I just gave all my money to Amazon and Michael's. I'm always confused on how to pronounce that. Is it phthalo blue or fallow blue? Somebody more artsy than I can tell me. Ain't that every game? Yes. Any game that has that's part of why I haven't started playing Palia or Palia either, because it's free to play, but then I just know they're going to get me with those in-app purchases. Ooh, this one's like a navy. I mean, that's true, but also I feel like there's other way, like you know, Concerned Ape, the creator of Stardew Valley, like what a champion for devs. Like that, you know, you don't have to be greedy to like make a ton of money. That's true, that they do give you, yeah, that's true. And it looks like a great game, and I am excited to try it, but I just know myself and I have very little impulse control. So I know myself and I would end up spending too much money on buying all the cute little packs and plushies and whatever. I got back into Animal Crossing recently, which I'm really happy about, because I own Animal Crossing and I don't have to spend any more money on it. And so I've been going to like Treasure Islands to get furniture, and that in a weird way is kind of like fulfilling a need to like go shopping for myself. Fortnite is a free game, but that's true. That's very true. Yeah, Concerned Ape is it like Stardew Valley for him is definitely like a passion project. It's more than just like a money making. Yeah, I hadn't played in over a year, I want to say. And then somebody on Twitch was streaming Animal Crossing, and I just kind of like got the bug and got back into it. You give a lot of money to Fortnite. I actually downloaded Fortnite for the very first time ever on my Switch today, because I've never played it, but Lexi and I have talked about it. And my husband, Cupcake, I told him that if he tried like Animal Crossing or Stardew or like some cozy game with me, that I would play Fortnite with him. So that's what we're gonna do at some point. Well, this one was Prussian blue. And 30. I think I might have made this too wide. I don't think it's gonna fit. Oh, it's just gonna be slightly too wide. Okay. Also, sorry for the ads. They're necessary so that Twitch doesn't make the pre-rolls things, but they are frustrating. I totally understand. Also, why is it like 3 minutes long? I didn't make them 3 minutes long. I have it set. It's supposed to be every 60 minutes. This is every what? This is only a 30-minute. We've only been live for. That's stupid. They're supposed to be like every. Yeah, why? I want it to start. Like. It said 60 minutes. Why does it start at 30? I gotta figure that out. That's frustrating. Maybe I'll go back to just like a minute and a half every 30 minutes. I don't know if that's more or less annoying. I was thinking like less often would be better, but yeah, it's supposed to be. That's annoying. Okay. I'll have to figure that out another time because I'm getting distracted. Okay. Now we want to go into the dark greens. Oh, no, we want violet too. Part of the reason I've used primarily the pans of watercolor pigment is that like with tubes, I feel like it's so much easier to waste product. Thank you for sticking with us through the ads. I don't know why it started so early and lasted so long. I thought I had it set to like a minute and a half every 30 minutes. So I apologize for that. I need to. The Twitch ad settings are so frustrating. But I'll fiddle with them and try to figure it out. Because what I tried to do is just have it set to like the minimum required to get rid of the pre-roll. And maybe I messed it up. Okay, maybe we want the violet with more like the pinks. We'll see. I don't think I want to put it in this palette just yet. And my lips are really chapped. I have a new, look at my finger already. Oh my god, how did that happen? This is good thing they're water soluble. I have a new lip balm, and this is a, it's star fruit. Yeah, I'll have to double check with Cupcake because his work schedule is a little wonky. Because I'd like the first time I play it to be like with him too, because that was kind of the idea behind me downloading it. But yeah, we could like you and me and Cupcake and your husband could all play together. So I don't know. I was gonna say his name, but then I don't know if you want me to say his name. So I'll just say your husband unless you so choose. Let's see. We're gonna go into the blue greens, I think. Yeah, I think we'll put the purple in a different palette because there's 6 blues and 6 greens. So if we do the 6 greens in the same palette, that would be really pretty. You know what is getting on my fingers? It's because when I have to poke the thingy in the lid, and then I'm holding, and then this little niblet gets touched. Okay, yeah, I'll just call him your husband for now. I won't say his name. What is this one called? Oh crap. This was Viridian. Oh, my brush is really dry. Let's get some water on there. There we go. Ooh, I like this. This is like a really beautiful gem tone green. Once you get him streaming, yeah. Okay, is he planning on starting to stream soon? Viridian. Okay, blue green. This song is gonna like make me cry. It's all about like time moving on and like people growing and aging, and I'm just like, oh, can't do that. Hey girl, hey, we'll have fun in the movie. Yeah, this one's a little different. It's not quite as mainly because like it just brought, we had this big conversation with Cupcake's parents like last week or the week before about like, wills and what they want to happen medically if they ever, if something it just, the whole like planning for the future and them aging, and it just got like, ah, you know what I mean? Made me think of all that, and that conversation was hard. Like I cried. And they're still very much healthy and going to be around for a long time, but I just don't like to think about the future like that. Tell, oh god, I can't remember his stream name. Tell what's his face I said hi, Cupcake. Our friend who he's watching the movie with, I cannot. He's not online a whole lot, and so I don't remember his gamer name. I know it has like ABU something in it. That's all I remember. I really like this color layout. Okay. Next, we're gonna do. These are the greens we have left. Oh crap, there's more than just. There's more than just 6 greens. Crap. Okay, well. What a name. Hooker's green. I'm assuming it means like hooker as in fishing, but I don't know. Okay, we're gonna go deep green. We may have to reorganize these palettes, but that's okay. Okay, so that's deep green number 33. Also, I think, Lexi, I think they said they were going to see the new Superman movie. I could be wrong. That is very dark. It did say deep green, so you know. Okay. Let's do that in the palette. Nice thing is we can remove the pans from the palettes and like switch them around and stuff if they don't end up working. Okay, we're gonna go in with Hooker's green. I still think that's a hilarious name. I'm sure hooker doesn't mean like hooker, but it's just like what a name. Oh, that's like a really like olive kind of green. I wonder how that compares to, that's permanent, emerald, sap. Okay. Well, let's swatch it. Okay. Oh yeah, see, left-handed problems, touching stuff. It's the same thing like writing on a whiteboard at school. I have to be careful because I'll start writing and then smudge what I've just written with my hand. Okay. You know who I haven't seen stream recently either is Liv. Maybe I should reach out to her on like Insta and see how she's doing. I just thought of that. Like I haven't seen her online in a long time. I also haven't been like online either. Like I haven't actually like checked in on Instagram in a long time, or like I actually had to delete threads off my phone didn't have to, but I wanted to, because that is where a lot of my like current event slash political content ends up. And it just got to the point where like I had a major like depressive episode just because everything is so horrible all the time now. And at the recommendation of my therapist, I am focusing small within my realm of control. At least until I can like handle that kind of stuff again, which is, you know, even being able to disengage like that is from a very privileged point of view. But anyway, we're done talking about that. So yeah, I deleted Threads off my phone. I don't really like go to Facebook. I guess the one thing I do use Facebook for is like dog videos. I watch a lot of and seals and ducks. I just been watching a lot of animal videos, but I haven't been like posting or like engaging other than that. Although I'll post a video in Discord later. I was outside practicing guitar in the backyard, and we have this little pool for Olaf. And I have a chucket. Like, I don't know if you don't have a dog. A chucket is like it's like this holder thing for a tennis ball that you can like pick it up and throw the tennis ball without having to like touch it and get your hands all slimy and stuff. Because let's be honest, dog balls are gross. And like tennis balls are gross. And damn it, I just did it again. I just touched my hand to the paint. So I started using that to like splash Olaf in the little big dog pool that we got him. And he was like jumping around and chomping at the water, and he just was so cute. So I will share that in Discord because the world needs to appreciate his cuteness. I also met another golden at the farmer's market today, but I didn't bring Olaf because I had to go to the hospital, like, you know, just the clinic, whatever, in the hospital, not like the ER. But I had to go to the hospital and get my blood drawn because I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. And it's too warm to leave him in the car while I was doing that. So I left him at home like a smart dog mama. But then I went to the farmer's market because there's this really great food truck there, and they make like really good wood-fired pizza with like a really chewy, crispy crust. It's really good. It reminds me a lot of the pizza that we got in Italy a few years ago on our honeymoon. So I got a margarita pizza and a caprese salad and just took it to go to eat at home. But I felt so guilty for not having Olaf with me because as soon as I got home, he could smell like the other dogs and like that I'd been out somewhere, and he was like, "Mother." So I gave him a treat. Speaking of my beautiful boy, Olaf. He might be outside. Cupcake might have put him outside before he left. Here's my boy. Hi, beautiful baby. Can you get up? You want up? Come on. Here's my boy. He's just a beautiful baby. This is my baby. Hi. Here's my good boy. Do you want a treat? There we go. Come here. Up. There's my boy. You were eating pizza? Ooh. What kind of pizza? I gotta think of what I want for dinner. Okay, wait, that was deep green, hooker's green, sap green. No, that was blue green, viridian, hooker's green, sap green, permanent green. That's what we're gonna add now. Wait, what am I missing? Okay, we didn't do sap green. Ugh, I'm out of pans in this palette. I feel like I need one more pan. I don't think I have any empty ones. I might. Oh, I do. Extra cheese and then a piece of extra pepperoni. Yum. Okay, I could put an extra. Yeah, we could do that. We could put a few extra pans in this palette. Okay. I need to put magnet tape on the bottom of those though. I just realized you can repurpose the Prismacolor pencil tins. If you put magnetic bottoms on your watercolor pans, you can reuse these for watercolor palettes. I have a bigger one with the beta fish on it that I did that with. But the big 150 set I just got doesn't come in a tin. It came in like a cardboard box. Okay, so we can do the emerald green. Okay, are you a pineapple on pizza person? I can't remember if I already asked this or not, but I am staunchly no. I believe that fruit does not belong on pizza. Except tomatoes, because they're technically fruit. But I know that I'm probably a minority in that. Uh-oh. This one's like not tightening. Uh-oh. I think this one's like stripped or something. Ooh, oh dear. Oh dear. It was very delicious. Nah, I'm not a fan of pineapple on pizza. Okay, so note to self, emerald green does not seal properly. That's a problem. Yeah, it's like, it's just spinning, 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 but it's not tightening. It's like the lid is slightly too big. I do have some washi tape, but I gotta move my keyboard to get to it. Oh, and there go my antidepressants. They're actually empty. I need to refill them. I have the empty bottle sitting there as a reminder to call the pharmacy, and it's been like 3 days and I have not yet. Because wouldn't you know it, kids, when you're depressed, executive function is really hard. Okay. I'm going to put some tape on this one just to remind myself that it doesn't seal. And hopefully I remember what the tape means. I'm going to put it around the seal, around the lid, so that I hopefully remember. I came to play. Did you, when you were a kid, did anybody else ever make the like little mini English muffin pizzas? My family would do that. We would get like English muffins, toast them in the oven a little bit, and then we would get oh crap, I sealed that up before I put it in, before I actually put it in the tube. And then we would get like a jar of sauce and a bag of pepperoni and like shred some cheese, and we would make our own little homemade mini pizzas. That was like core childhood memory. It was one of my favorite family dinners that we would do. Also, who remembers eating the like pizza Lunchables with the cold cardboard like crust? But for some reason we loved those. On tortillas. Ooh, like a pizza quesadilla kind of deal. A pizzadilla, if you will. That would be cool. No, you know Apple Vision, Microsoft, baby, Excel. One of the things I love about Fulton Lee, the artist that I've been listening to, is that he's just a good lyricist. Like, a lot of his lyrics are just really clever. Like that one. It was a mini pizza, but oh, like a flat. Oh, so you kept the tortilla flat. Okay, because I was thinking you could like fold it over and like make like a pizza quesadilla too. That would be cool. I had pizza for lunch, but now the pizza discussion is partly making me like kind of low key want pizza, but I also don't need pizza. I probably should have something else. I did have caprese salad too, so I like had technically some basil and some tomato, so you know it was healthy. N020. And I make you say yeah. Also, I'm very excited because tomorrow I get to see baby goats. My friend Aurora, as part of my birthday present, she got me uh, tickets, I guess you'd say, um, to go visit a goat farm, and they have babies, like baby goats. I'm so excited. I'm really excited. I don't know if we'll get to like feed them or whatnot, but I hope. I would love to get to bottle feed a baby goat. Like that would be like my dream come true. Okay. Maybe we will add the purple to this one too, just for funsies. Okay. Okay. So this one is. Ah! Oh, good. I was gonna make a mess. We are gonna swap these two because the cerulean was lighter. We're gonna scoochy scooch that one. Okay. Better. I wanna be better. I don't think I have any more magnet adhesive. Crap. Because these ones, they're just gonna like slide around in here because they're not magneted. Crap. I thought maybe I had some empty magnetic ones. Better. I wanna be better. What am I looking for? Oh, that's right. Okay. I swear I'm so organized, and then I start to stream and my desk turns into like a disaster. There we go. See, this is where I have magnetic ones because these are ones that I like. See, I'm reusing a Prismacolor palette or thing. Okay. Yeah, see, those are oh, I should have used these because now, I mean, I could try to scoop out the paint. That would work. Let's do that. Okay. We're gonna do a little scoopy scoop. Oh, it's so gloopy. It's so gloopy. It's a good thing this is washable. Water soluble is the way to go. Could you imagine if these were like oil based? Oh, I'd be making such a mess. That's one type of paint I've never used before. I've never used oil-based paint, and I don't know that I have a huge desire to, because I know it is a lot harder to work with, and you have to use like solvents and stuff. Like even acrylic-based paint is a little bit trickier than watercolor, in my personal opinion. A lot of people feel like it's the opposite, but I feel like acrylic is trickier. Because watercolor, you make a mistake, and it's just like, oh, get it wet. But acrylic doesn't work that way. It's not as forgiving. Although some people have issues with the fluidity of watercolor and the fact that like acrylic stays better where you put it and watercolor will flow. But that's one of the things I like about it. Okay, I'm gonna say that's successfully emptied. I just knocked the whole thing off my desk. Luckily it didn't. They're not open, so I'm gonna pick them up real quick. You can peep whatever. Oh. Okay, I was like, how dare my husband not be lurking on my own stream? But he left two streams open. It's me and somebody else. His computer is right behind me. That's why I noticed. Because I was like, oh, you can just look at whatever Cupcake is lurking in. And then I saw somebody else and I was like, oh, what? But he left mine open too. Not that it matters, but just being silly. Yeah, so I had this on the corner of my desk and my elbow hit it just right and the whole thing went whoosh. There. So watch as I put it back in the exact same place and spill it again. Because I'm an idiot. Okay. Baby, I think we're up to something. Baby, baby, baby. And my cell phone was broken. I'd still be out there floating, baby, baby. I think I also really like his music because it's in a good range for me to like sing along to. And so I'm just into it. It's in like a really nice, comfortable, low range. Low-ish, for me anyway. I have kind of a high voice, so. Same with oil paint. Yeah, I've just never, I mean, I see people do really beautiful stuff. And I think like Bob Ross mainly used oil-based paint, but it's not my jam. I'd give it a try if somebody gave me a bunch and was like, here, have some oil-based paint to play with. But I don't really want to spend the money on it to try it, because I have a feeling I like other stuff more. Also, I've been really into cross-stitching lately, too. That's been, like, a new thing. Here, I'll grab my little mini mushroom that I finished recently. It's a very hard medium to use. Yeah, that's what I would... Okay, I'm gonna, like, turn off my face cam real quick, because I have to stand up, and I don't want to give y'all a face full of boobs. This ain't that kind of stream. Okay, we're back. Because it's on a shelf, like, literally directly above me, and so I was like, if I stand, then all the camera's gonna see is... Anyway, here's my cute little mushroom. This is a, what is it, like a 3.5 inch hoop. And it's just a cute little guy. This is my first ever cross-stitch project. And unbeknownst to me, apparently, with all the color changing and stuff, this was like a very difficult design. And I didn't know that, so I just was like, I'm gonna do it. But the cool part about starting on a really hard design is that everything else is gonna be easy, comparatively. So the one I'm working on right now is this cute little lavender. And this actually is so much easier because it's a thicker it's a wider box, so it's easier to get the needle in and out. It's pre-stamped so that I don't have to like look at a chart and count boxes. Like on this one, there was no stamping. There was like I had to look at the chart and count and be like, okay, 8 boxes of red and then a space. So this one was actually much harder than this one. But anyway, yeah, and this will be really cool too because I can take these camping. Because one of the things I love about camping is just disengaging from technology. I'm gonna put this little guy back. So I'm gonna turn off my cam real quick. Boop. So I love bringing things camping like Sudoku puzzles and crosswords and things that are portable but non-technology based. And we play a lot of like board games and stuff while we're camping too. And now I can bring cross stitch. Okay, I'm gonna swap out permanent green and emerald green because permanent green is lighter. Yeah, I was really excited about it. It was a little kit that I had bought a while back and just never used. And I finally got around to doing it and I was like, oh my god, I love cross stitch. Oh crap, except this won't work because this one has a magnet on it. I should have left it. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Okay. Alright. So this needs to dry, I'm pretty sure. Because of the tubes. And I'll have to make a smaller version of this to like put inside, but we're gonna set this off to the side. It's really, actually, should we do a cross stitch stream? Because I would love that actually. Maybe not at this right exact moment, but like soon we'll do a cross stitch stream because it's actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. And I would be happy to do it on stream. Yes, cross stitch stream. See, I need magnets to put on the bottom of these, but I don't have any more magnet adhesive, so we'll have to get it another time. Hi, Beans. Are you going to grace us with your presence? I know Daddy fed you, so you don't be begging. Actually, there's not room up here for you, my love. There's a lot of paint everywhere. Where did this come from? Why do I have a ring? Ah, Beans, no! Oh, she almost landed foot first into a thing of paint. This is the Beans. I love you, Beanie Weenies. Quick, somebody do exclamation beans. The beanies. She hung out with me outside. Yeah, the teeny beanie weenie beanie zucchini. Teeny meeny beanie weenie zucchini. Panini. I should add panini to that. I just found every word that rhymes with teeny. But she hung out outside with me while I practiced guitar earlier. I had her on the harness and she was just chilling. The baby. I know, she is so baby. I think this is an extra ring from my large palette, so I think I'm gonna put it in the container. My mom bought me this giant pack of makeup sponges, but I am already like, I have nice painting sponges, so I don't know. I don't know what to do with them. I'll hang on to them for now. Okay. The one thing I do like about the tube pigments, though, is that they already are a little bit wet, so I don't have to spray them. Because the pan pigments I have to spray. So that's kind of neat. Okay. They're great for doing ambraze. I don't think I know what that is. Okay. We did greens, we did blues and purples. Let's do yellows and oranges. Because there's lots of those. Burnt sienna is like a brown. So we're going to move that over here. Scarlet is red. Pale yellow. Burnt umber. It's kind of like a dark dandelion color. Okay. Just doing some organizing. Oh, gradients on your nails. Oh, the sponges. Oh, I was like, wait, what's good for nails? Now I get it. Oh yeah, that is a good idea. I haven't done anything on my nails in a while because like you can't see it, but like the drill that I had, I do not trust myself with a nail drill anymore. Because I went a little too deep in a couple different places, and I didn't like make myself bleed or anything, but I definitely made my nails thin in some spots where I'm like, okay, we ain't doing that again. Okay. I like all these blue colors a lot. I'm just organizing the paints that I had used. Prussian blue, that was the next one. And then what was it? Phthalo blue, then ultramarine, then cobalt, then sky, then cerulean, and then violet we'll just do kind of on the side. Okay. There we go. We're getting organized. Look at us. It's a learning process. Yeah, well, and I had like a really cheap battery powered one, like double A battery one, and that one was not very powerful, so I really did have to like press into my nail to get it to get any of the old polish off. And the newer one that I had gotten is like a salon quality one, and that I was like, whew, that's more powerful than I was ready for. So therein lied my problem. Laid was my problem. Yeah, like there's some spot. Well, like right here on the tip of my thumb, you can kind of see where I created a little like there's all sorts of dips in my nails from when I went too much. Okay, let's start doing some yellows. We've got lemon yellow, pale yellow. I think pale yellow is probably going to be what we want. They got really good tutorial. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think a part of it too is the like getting used to the pressure, how much pressure was required of that kind of drill versus the one I had before. Okay. Okay. This is pale yellow. Ooh, that is very bright.
What the dog?
Scared me. For some reason, my sound alerts are coming through my speakers and not my headphones. What the lump? Some lumpy space princess. I added a couple of lumpy space princess emotes too. I was really excited about them. Need to make trigger fire bigger. There we go. I'm on the run. Sorry, didn't mean to scare. No, it's fine, honestly. Like, it wouldn't it wouldn't normally scare me, except that it's supposed to be coming through my headphones, not my speakers. And so that was the only thing where I was just like, oh, that didn't come from where I thought it would. But I don't know why it's coming out of my speakers and not my headphones. But I will have to figure that out another time, because I don't want to get distracted by it. But yeah, you can keep doing sound alerts. It's just now I know it'll come through my my whatchamacallit. You would be the lottery. Well, you know what? Maybe I can get them to come out. I'll figure it out later. I don't need to mess with it right now. It works. Okay, so this was pale yellow. Ooh, baby, if you're going my way. I was a dancing man, baby, but you be the lottery. Also, I apologize if my singing is like not in time with the music. I'm hearing it correctly, but like I don't know if there's a delay when it hits stream or whatnot. But y'all just gonna have to deal with it, because I can't not sing. It's like in my blood. It's in my body. Okay, so this is pale yellow. Bloop. We're going to go in with lemon yellow next. Boop. I'll put it over here for now. Okay. I'm running out of room on this palette. But the palette is not really designed to swatch 36 colors on it, so can't blame it. This is lemon yellow. Okay, so lemon yellow is definitely lighter than pale yellow. I feel like some of these names are backwards. Also, my swatch circles have slowly been getting bigger and bigger. They're probably backward. Yeah, like I wonder if they're just in like a, yeah. Although this one does have like a more, it's like lighter, but it's also more neon, if that makes sense. So maybe it really is the lemon yellow, because lemons are pretty vibrant. Okay, this one's N002. Okay. That's why we swatch, because I mean, you can't trust what they say on the tubes anyway. For any brand, it's always better to see it with your own eyeballs. Boop. That one definitely is lighter, so we're going to swap them. And swap. Okay. Next, we're going to go in with, what is this, mid yellow. Lemons are like neon yellow, yeah. Oh yeah, that's like a good standard middle of the road yellow. That one's appropriately named. Okay, I need a little more water. This one I like a lot. This one's like a nice happy face yellow, if that makes sense. Like a smiley face, you know? Your husband's mom is trying to grow a lemon tree. Ooh. I know there's like different kinds of lemons. And I think, was it Meyer lemon is supposed to be slightly sweeter than a regular lemon. And then there's like Italian lemons. She has one lemon on her little tree. Good job, lemon tree. And good job, mother-in-law, for growing the lemon tree. I have killed every plant that I have tried to maintain this year. A student gave me a petunia at the end of the school year, and it just died. It was doing okay for a while. I think I drowned it. I think I gave it too much water, and it did not like that. Okay. We're gonna go in with, what is this next? Yellow ochre. Had to rescue the lemon tree. Oh, that's a dark, that's like a sunflower yellow. Oh, good. I'm glad that it's thriving now. I think I did talk to a gardener at because our farmers market had like a master gardener help program, like a help thing where you could drop in and be like, "Help me with my plants," and they would tell you what to do. And so I got some advice on things that I could hopefully plant that I can't kill as easily because I'm a plant killer. I cannot keep plants alive. Um, but so she gave me some good ideas for like little mini conifers or like lavender or something because I want to put some in our backyard, but I need to put them in pots because we don't have the right soil in the ground. It's like really hard, like compact, like stuff doesn't grow in it very well. But I have all these large pots I could put stuff in. And she did say growing things in pots is harder than the ground, but that it's possible. So I just want stuff to look pretty. I don't necessarily, I mean, maybe if I got better at keeping things alive, then I could try to grow like tomatoes and herbs and stuff, but for now I just want color. I just want green. Yeah, I don't really want to invest the money in getting some raised beds yet, though, because again, I can't keep things alive. So I figure if I can keep things alive in the pots, then I've proved to myself that I am capable of spending money on nicer setups. Okay. So this is really dark. This is like a brown almost. I'm debating whether or not I want to keep that with the browns or whether I do want to put it in with the yellows. So for now, we're just going to let it hang and we're going to go on to orange. It's kind of like how I waited so long to buy nice color pencils because I was like, well, I want to make sure I'm going to stick with this and like deserve, not deserve, but like make it worth buying the nice pencils versus the cheap ones. Like, am I going to stick with the hobby? Am I going to like get to a point where the techniques that I want to do require nicer supplies, like where I can't do what I want to do with cheaper stuff? And that's kind of where I'm at with the garden too, the backyard. About 5 years ago, I bought tons of pots, which is actually where these came from. They're like big. They're like, big honkers. They're not like little tabletop pots. They're big outdoor pots. And I like bought a bunch of soil and I bought a bunch of flowers and I like just went hardcore and planted them all, and then they all died. And then I just never redid it. So I'm like traumatized by that past failure where I'm like, I don't deserve the nice gardening stuff because I'm just gonna kill everything again. That's all right. It's fine. I mean, it was one of those things. Like, it was during the COVID lockdowns, and I was like, I'm gonna be a gardener because we were spending so much time at home. But honestly, other than the summers, I don't spend a lot of time in my yard because it's not. I mean, I live in Western Washington. Most of the time, it's raining, so I just if it ends up being that I plant some cheap flowers every summer and then they die and then I replant them every summer, that'll be fine. We get lots of like volunteer flowers. Like, we have lots of dandelions and snapdragons and poppies that like grow where like the weeds grow. And so I usually just leave those. But it'd be nice to have flowers in places that I want them to be instead of just where they volunteer. So I do see the timer. Ads are going to start in about a minute and a half. And when they do start, I think I'm going to hit BRB and go like take a stretch break. Because when you sit for a long time and your bottom starts to get sore? I feel like my bottom is starting to get sore. So I'll do a quick little stretch break during our next ad. So that one was a 60-minute timer. So I don't understand the timer because the first one was set at 30 minutes, but now this one's an hour later. So I'm like, I don't get it. Whatever, Twitch. Okay, that was orange. Vermilion. I always want to say I always think vermilion should have two L's in it, but it doesn't. It only has one, and every time I try to spell it, I get thrown off. The W-A. Yeah, Twitch being weird. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably something I set up and just didn't do it right. So okay, so this is like a very red vermilion, whereas like other vermilions I've seen are more like pumpkiny pale. I don't know. This is interesting. Okay. Ad is about to start, so I'm gonna go BRB and just take a little quick break, and I'll see you in a couple minutes. Okay, we are back. I took a little walk to the kitchen, grabbed myself some bread and butter, because it's 7:30. I don't have any dinner plans, since my husband is out watching a movie. We have, like, mini wontons that I really like, but those require cooking, and I don't really want to cook right now, so I just got some bread and butter. Thank you! Okay, this was vermilion. And that's like a very red orange. I wonder how that's going to compare to this one called Orange Red. Ah, it's goopy. It like started coming out on the cap. Here, we'll just rinse it off real quick. Alright. There we go. That'll work. It's actually a good thing I have a dentist appointment on Monday, because now I'm suspecting that one of the fillings somewhere else that they're not going to replace tomorrow or on Monday, I keep thinking today's Sunday, has started to feel a little funny, so I might be able to ask them about it while I'm there and without making a separate appointment. Hopefully they don't tell me to make another appointment. Okay, so this one is called Orange Red, but am I crazy? Because this one is a lot less red than the other one. I feel like vermilion was much more red than this. It's odd. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that one instead of the vermilion. Boop. Then we'll do vermilion. Okay. Then we get into like the reds. Or we could do the browns. Excuse me, I just burped. Sorry, that was gross. Oh, and then we have the flesh one too. You can do the dishes. Family ties. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if we include this one. We're gonna run out of room in our little mixing palette. Oh, you decided not to play games? What you gonna do instead? Okay, I want to get rid of this orange on here. Damn it. I'll have to run that under the sink. And the bridges grow to the sky. I'm talking about family. Okay, this is Scarlet. Ooh. Yeah, that's a nice one. I'll take the trash out back, but baby, if you do the dishes. Family ties. When the roots go through the feet and the branches grow to the sky. Ah! Misspelled it. And it's number 7. There we go. Okay. That was Scarlet. Next, I'm wondering, do we want to do magenta, crimson, or rose? Rose looks kind of dark. Let's try crimson. See what that looks like. Ooh, okay. This is some really like crusty farmer's market bread, and it's very good, but it's really hard to like bite into. Oh, I should double check with my husband if he fed the dog and the cat, because I have a feeling he already fed them because Beans is not bothering me for dinner, but I just want to double check. Olaf, why are you laying on the floor and not on your bed, baby? He's laying on the floor next to my desk rather than like on his bed, which is right next to the bed, right next to my desk. But I think it's because Beans is laying like right in the middle of the bed and there's not room for him. Normally if she's on the side of the bed, he'll like get in and like snuggle with her, but she's right in the middle. That is some really chewy bread. It's really good, but I don't want to like talk with my mouth full. I got the shine in the night like holy scripture. Okay, this is magenta. Ooh, look at that, like, berry red. I love that. That's a gorgeous color. Me too. It's gorgeous. I don't know if it's showing up like as the same color on screen as it is in front of me, but it's so pretty. Okay, so that was magenta. I have a feeling I'm gonna like this next one too, because the next one's called Rose. Okay. Boop. It just comes out so liquidy. Gotta clean my brush. This is a set of tubed pigments by Nick Pro. These are all watercolor pigments, and these were a gift. So I've not tried them yet, but I'm liking them so far. They're nice to work with. Ooh, look at this. This like pink color. Oh, so pretty. And then if you mix that in with a little bit of white to lighten it too, you get like a really pretty pastel. Yeah, I like this purple red. Okay, that one, and that one is called Rose. Okay. There's one more red, but I have a feeling this one's going to be kind of brownish. This is, excuse me, red ochre. And ochre usually implies like woody tones to me. So I have a feeling this one's gonna, yep, it looks very brown. Okay, I'm gonna skip that little blue area. This one's not as smooth to work with. It's a little resistant feeling. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Maybe I need more paint on my, there we go. Like it's liquidy, but it doesn't want to flow on the paper. It wants to congeal, if that makes sense. I don't know. This one's weird to work with. Yeah, it is like an orange red. It's kind of like brownish. Yeah, it's got that like natural woodiness to it, like the other ochres. Okay. And we also have burnt sienna. Oh. This one apparently when I squeeze the tube, the paint in the outer corner or in the outer lid moves. That's not a good sign. Might mean it's not sealing properly. Might be why this one was behaving so weird, because it's been exposed to the air. Yeah, there's like a tiny little hole when I squeeze. Yeah, and it comes out. Interesting. That's not good. I'm gonna tape this one up too. Except I don't have tape. I buried it again. So we'll come back to the tape. To believe that you're ever gonna be me. I got. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, you can see it's like pooling here. If I turn it upside down. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm worried if I store it horizontally that the paint is gonna leak out. Yeah, we'll see. Alright. If it does leak out, it just leaks into this plastic tray, so it could be worse. Okay. So that is that palette. Oops. We have one more palette left. I think we finally run out of room on this palette, so we're going to use this one. This one's like a nice little peachy. It's called Flesh Tint, but I don't know that I really like that because there's so many different tones of flesh. You know what I mean? And so many different shades that I feel like calling one flesh tint feels a little meh. Alright. It's like a nice peachy though. Okay. I need to refresh my dirty paint water, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom and refresh my paint. Okay. I got clean, clean, dirty paint water. That's a funny way to say it. But yeah, my dirty paint water cup was getting a little too dirty. Ah! And my brush roll's falling. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, it's like a nice peachy color. Also, I don't know if you heard that audible crunch from the bread. Okay. Like a good apricot color. Oh, it was very crunchy. Okay. What is the next one? You saw the crunch. The crunch. This is Cherry Coke. Always a good one. Cupcake and I like to imitate Paul Hollywood from the Great British Baking Show. He says crunch, so we like to say crunch. But yeah, this is really good, like crusty farmer's market bread. And I got the very last loaf. There was somebody behind me in line and she was like, "Oh no," and I was like, "Oops, sorry." Ooh, this is a nice one. What is this one? Burnt sienna. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Put this one over here. Oh, but we need to put it in the palette first. Bloop. Okay, this one we're gonna do burnt umber. You're cold? Put on a sweatshirt. I love, or like, or a blankie. Ooh, I love blankies. Also, heads up, ads are starting in just a little bit here. But hopefully they're shorter. I think I changed it, so fingers crossed. Welcome in, friend. Sorry that the ads just started when you got here. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. So you're 21. Okay. Hi, Olaf. Yes, I will let you outside in just a second, my baby. Be right back. Gonna let Olaf outside. Okay, we back. We have little jingle bells on our back door that Olaf nudges with his nose when he has to go potty. That way we can hear it. So I heard him nudging the bells, and then he came back and came and nudged my arm and was like, "Mom, I really have to pee." And so I was like, "Okay." Thank you. Okay, so that was burnt umber, which is very dark. So we're gonna see if raw sienna is in between those two. Also, how you doing, Walt? Good to see you, friend. Totally cool if you want to do a little lurky lurk, but thanks for popping in and saying hello. Okay. This one looks almost like the yellow ochre color from earlier, but a little darker. Also, I was thinking, Lexi, if you are interested, you should think about getting the Wingspan game for the Switch, and then we could play Wingspan together. Or anybody who wants to play Wingspan, we should do that. And then we could actually, it is cross-compatible, too. So, if I got it, because I have it for the Switch and the computer, so you can, play on whatever platform you like. Also, we should play Stardew soon again, too. Tomorrow I'm busy, because like I said earlier, I'm going to go pet baby goats. This guy's on vacation from work until the 22nd. Whoop, whoop. Early birthday celebration. Wow, you're busy. Happy birthday. That's awesome. I'm so glad you're getting to celebrate. Ooh, let's see if this works. Okay, I'm going to pause the music real quick because I want to see if this works. It did work! Yay! Except I don't think it played the song. Okay, well, we'll fix that. Oh, I'm so happy. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we're just having a chill painting stream. So far, I've been swatching new paints because I got some as a gift for my birthday, but that was back in May. And then after we're done swatching, we'll do some actual painting. Thank you. My birthday was back at the end of May. So my friend and I, so my birthday's at the end of May and her birthday's at the beginning of June. But we're both teachers. And so we both were like, everything's so busy right now. We should just wait to celebrate our birthdays until summer. So we both celebrated our birthdays like at the end of June after both of ours had already passed. But thank you so much. I won't ask how old you are. Okay, this one is a Van Dyke Brown. It looks very dark. 42, nice. I just turned 30. And I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and something tells me that, like, now that I've turned 30, I'm going to have all these weird health things. I feel fine, but, you know, I just got my blood work done, my blood taken today, and part of me is like, what weird stuff is going to pop in now that I'm 30? Okay, this is brown, but this is looking, like, dark, like black almost. What if I give it more water? Even with a lot of water, that is dark. Yeah, like I'm trying to drag the pigment out and it's not getting any lighter. Wow, that is dark. It says brown, but that's like black. And it's pigmented. Thank you. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, it's just like a regular kind of, you know, check on my blood work, check in on how my medications are doing, that kind of thing. So it should be normal, but I don't know. There's just this weird feeling. I'm like 30. It's such a bit, you know. I feel like movies and TV and whatnot have made 30 feel like such a big deal. Okay. So that is apparently Van Dyke Brown. And that is N35. Yeah, my dear beloved is he's out watching a movie with a friend. They went to go see the new Superman movie, I think. He was talking about either that one or is there a new Jurassic Park movie out? I thought he mentioned maybe Superman or Jurassic Park, one of the two. So he is out at the movies. But he should be home. Well, no, because the movie started at 6:30 and it's only 8 o'clock. So yeah, he'll be gone for another while then. There is, okay, so yeah, he's either going to see that or Superman. They hadn't decided, I guess. But he worked earlier today and then came home and took a nap while I played guitar. And then he was here for just a little bit earlier before he had to leave. Okay, so that one is still dark, but not as dark. And that was raw umber. Oh, there's an F1 racing movie out? I didn't know that. Is it like a documentary or is it a like a fictional, like a story movie? Okay, wait. That was raw. This was raw umber. Okay. I'm like, I don't want to lose track. Okay. I don't even think I'm gonna swatch the black because I know what black paint looks like. Oh, stars Brad Pitt. Okay, so it's like a. Oh wait, no. Oh, there we go. Like a fictional, like a story movie. Nice. I will. Oh wait, I'm not gonna swatch the black, but I'll add it to the palette. I will swatch the grays just to see how gray they are. This one's called Payne's Gray. I haven't seen any movie trailers, but maybe that's because I don't watch like TV, and maybe that's where all the trailers are. I feel like a lot of the ads that I get on like Twitch or on Hulu are I get a lot of insurance ads, which is weird. And then like a lot of pharmaceutical ads. F1 racing and any movies are not your cup of tea, even though you're into cars. Okay. Is it just like the types of cars that you're not into? Oh, this is kind of neat. It's like a blue gray. Like, I almost want to go put this in the blue palette, kind of. Really not into racing. Okay. So not like NASCAR or like, what is the other one? The Indy or whatever. All the racing stuff. YouTube for you mostly. Yeah, I guess you get YouTube ads. Yeah, I don't know. All my ads are like insurance companies or like pharmaceuticals. Like, take this drug. Ask your doctor if blah 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 is right for you. And I'm like, I don't have that. I get a lot, weirdly enough, I get a lot of like erectile dysfunction ads. Maybe because I have all the trackers turned off so that like they don't know who I am or how to target to me. But I'll get a lot of like erectile dysfunction medication ads, and I'm like, I don't have a penis. Nor do I have plans to get one. Most of your ads are movies or Mint Mobile ads. Okay. Homes.com is another one I get ads for all the time. It's like, buy a house. And I'm like, what economy? Saw the Days of Thunder. I don't think I've heard of that one either. But Tom Cruise is not. I'm not a huge fan of Tom Cruise. The only good thing about Nicole Kidman, she is cute. I like Nicole Kidman. I can't even remember the last movie. Oh no, I did. I saw Wicked in theaters. That was the last movie I actually like went and saw. Um, but I already loved the musical before that. Yeah, the like Trivago hotel, whatever. I'm like, I'm not traveling anywhere. I wish I could. At least you're not getting pamphlets for the retirement communities. Oh no. Are you getting pamphlets for retirement communities now? The Minecraft movie? Yeah, I haven't seen that one either, but I feel like because of my students, I know a lot about it. And yes, I know the Steve's Lava Chicken song, and I know Chicken Jockey. Oh, I like this gray too. It's a nice light gray. You could warm it up with a little bit of like the yellow ochre maybe. We'll brave stormy weather. We will brave stormy weather. Okay, what is this one? It's just gray. And phone calls from the car. Okay, I get that a lot. The car dealership I bought my car from, because mine's all paid off now. But it's a really like in demand car, I guess. I drive a Honda Fit, and they stopped making those back in 2019, but apparently they're really popular. And so a lot of people want them, and so I get like pamphlets, not pamphlets, like the little postcard things from the dealership all the time. Like, your car is valued at blah, 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 blah. We'll give you a higher trade-in value if you buy a new car from us. Or anytime I go, because I still go to the dealership for oil changes and whatnot. And even then, too, they're like, oh, did you want an estimate on your car while you're here? And I'm like, no, I'm keeping this car and I'm running it into the ground. You paid cash, yeah, then don't get rid of it. I like, that's kind of how I feel about my car. I'm like, it's paid off. It's still in great condition, has under 100,000 miles on it. Like, I'm gonna drive this car for like another 10-15 years. Oh wait, I need to add the light gray. I'm not gonna swatch the white either, because there's no point in that. The white is mainly just for mixing. We will need to buy a new car at some point for Cupcake, because his car's older than mine and he drives a lot more for work. But I think we're gonna do another like pre-owned car. But what we've talked about is getting like a little like mini kind of small pickup truck, so that we could put kayaks and bicycles and stuff in the back and haul our little camper trailer. We have a little pop-up tent trailer. Yours has under 15,000 miles on it. Wow. Nice. 4 years and you've only put that many miles on it? That's good. Yeah, that car will serve you well for many, many years to come then. Okay. I feel like we've swatched all the swatches. Ooh, 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 oh. Ooh, ooh, oh. Just feeling really singy today. Been to Ocean City. I don't know what is that. MD. MA is Massachusetts. MT is Montana. What is MD? No, MI is Mississippi. What is MD? Maryland. Oh, I forget Maryland exists. You're scared to know how many is on your car. Fair. very fair. I think I'm going to swap out the peach color for this yellow ochre, because this feels like it belongs in the browns, and this feels like it belongs with like the oranges and stuff. That fits better, I feel like. Oh, you're from Maryland. Nice. No offense, but I honestly forget that the state of Maryland exists. I feel like just because I don't hear a lot about it. Y'all are just like so chill over there. Okay, and I'm going to keep the green and the purple in this one. Yeah. And yeah, we'll put this one over here. Where did... Okay. Yeah, I had to get I got new tires like a year ago. And actually, we had a flat tire not too long ago. But thankfully, Le Schwab checked it out for free. And it was just a valve stem. So they just charged us like... Oh, crap, I just dipped my fingers in there. They just charged us like the $10 it costs to replace the valve stem, and that was it. I got paint on my fingers. See, but that's the nice thing is like Toyotas in general have a really good reputation. Like Toyotas are cars you can drive a long time. Okay. Now we can get to some like actual painting because we got everything swatched. And there's so much paint on the palettes that we have that I'm just gonna use what's on these instead of what's in these so that I can use up what I've put out instead of wasting it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The human heart's a vision, babe. You'll never be anything but alright. Okay. Does it have a name? Do you name your cars? Walt, do you name your cars? Yeah, Prius is a good little car. I think if I hadn't bought my Fit, I probably would have gotten a Prius. But mine just happened to be a, you know, the right deal at the right time kind of thing. Okay. Ooh, human heart's a vision, babe, but you'll never be anything but alright. Okay, here we go. We're gonna use both of these palettes. Oh yeah, I forgot I have bread over here. Lady Midnight. Nice. Mine is called Zip. Because when I first switched over from my old car to that one, I was like, ooh, it's so zippy. Like, it just gets up and goes, and I don't have to, like, slam on the gas. And that it turns corners on a dime. Oh, Lucky, that's cute. Oh gosh. It was a little Ford hatchback. Not Escort. Maybe it was a Ford Escort. It was like a little tiny Ford hatchback. And I only had it for a few months, and then it died. And before that, I had a white Hyundai something. I can't remember. I don't know that it was a Focus though, because it wasn't 4-door. It was a 2-door hatchback. So if they have a 2-door hatchback Ford Focus, maybe it was. Let's do some Cosmos. Because this is one that I have started in progress. Aw, you made your car out of perler beads? That's cute. Maybe that's what it was then. Because it was old too. Yeah, and I only had it a couple months because the Hyundai... Well, and before that I had a little 2-door Hyundai. But it was not a hatchback. It was just a cute little car. But that one died. Because the car I have now is the first car I've ever had that wasn't like a really cheap kind of junker. Because, you know, in high school and in college, I just had whatever the cheapest car we could find was that would still drive down the road. I'm getting disorganized. So when I first started teaching and got my first couple teacher paychecks, I was like, okay, I need a better car, because the one that I was driving broke down on my way to work one day, and I had to call the secretary in the office and be like, so I'm gonna be late because my car's dead. And I was like, this cannot happen again. So then I went to the dealership and started looking around, and I took Cupcake with me because he is so tall that I was genuinely worried I wasn't going to find a car that he could fit in. Thankfully, he fits very well in my car. You're thinking about getting another cheap car, so yeah, I think that would be great to have like a practice car, or just one that you can, you know, just do like short trips on your own. The Festiva that was made in the late earlies. It wasn't that one, I know that. Gosh, what was it? Now it's gonna drive me crazy. I feel like I need to Google it. I need to look at it. Yeah, it wasn't the Escort. Maybe it was a Focus. Yeah, it looks like the body type looks like the 2002 Ford Focus. That's just the first picture that popped up when or like the 2005-ish type. Yeah, early 2000s Ford Focus hatchback, I think is what it was. I love this song. Also, ads are going to start in a minute. In just a little bit, but they're just the shorter ones. But yeah, this is Fulton Lee. It's called Headline, I think. I'm gonna refill my paint water. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. During the ad break, I just ran and refilled my paint, my dirty paint water. And so far, that is the only thing. So, we are going to keep rolling. Which is funny enough, the name of this song. Rollin'. Okay. I'm going to go in with Sap Green, I think was this one. Do you do any like arts or crafty kind of things, Walt? Not really. That's fair. I'm somewhat of a, what's the term I used? Hobby hopper is what I call it. So I'm constantly like, constantly kind of jumping between hobbies. So I'll be really into painting for like a couple weeks, and then I'll kind of transition and do a lot of diamond art, and then I'll transition and do a lot of, actually lately I've been doing cross stitching, which has been really fun. But I always cycle back. So like this is actually the first time I've done any watercolor in a couple weeks. So I'll take a break from something, but then I'll always go back to it. At one point I did get into crochet and like kumihimo braiding, but those didn't last very long. Sorry, my phone did a little buzzy thing, but it was just a reminder about something. It wasn't actually wasn't a message. The only person that would probably message me this time of night would be Cupcake anyway. So the brush I'm using is a 00 by Winsor Newton. Yeah, I got a little, like I got into crochet, but I never was able to do, maybe I never learned how to do the 3D like amigurumi, which is what I would want to do. I just mainly did a lot of the like loom crocheting, and so I could make like blankets and scarves and hats and stuff, but I didn't get into the 3D. If I were to go back to crocheting, that's what I would want to learn how to do, is make the little like stuffies. What kinds of things do you crochet, Lexi? Yeah, there's a kit that I've seen on Amazon. It's in a wish list of mine that is like a little amigurumi kit of a possum, and I'm like, oh, I would do that. So I would do that in a heartbeat, but I have so many other art and hobby and craft supplies that I'm like, I need to use what I have first. we're gonna add a little more water to this because it's kind of dark. Especially right here in the middle. Maybe we'll add a little white and lighten that up. Ooh, koozies, scarves. I read that as scraps. Pot holder, nice. I need to get some koozies, like, for my iced drinks, because I always end up leaving little rings everywhere, and we don't have a lot of coasters. Because then I always forget to, like, you know, I'll move my cup and then forget to put it back on a coaster. But the koozies are nice because they go with the drink. Okay, this is a song by him that I have not heard before. It's kind of interesting. I'm just going in with a little bit of the lighter, what was this, the permanent green, and kind of lightening up some of those really dark spots. I went over with some white, but then you have so many different sizes. Typically what I drink from is like a 24-ounce coffee stand cup. So if you have something that would fit that, because that's what I would need. Lexi does, well, you do lots of different kinds of like arts and crafts, and you make a lot of stuff, but she has a little store online that she sells things. So if anybody's interested, check her out. Oh, cool, yeah. You could send me some pictures in Discord, and I could pick one. Or if they're on your store Instagram, I could check that out there. Okay. I like how that looks after we lightened it up a little bit. I don't know if that's coming across on camera, but it looks better here in front of my face. We're going to shade the bottom. Yeah. Happy to support. Okay. I want to add a little bit of darker. There we go. I got butter on my nose. Yeah, I'll try to save the next one I get from the coffee stand. I usually use the disposable cups. I know it's not the best. At home, I have reusable cups I use, but when we're out and about and I'm actually like going to a coffee stand and getting an iced drink, that's when I need the koozie the most, because then the ice, you know, drips, or the condensation drips on the outside. But I don't have that problem when I use like my stainless steel tumblers at home. Okay. I'm noticing, working with the tubed pigments, that I'm wanting to treat them almost like acrylics. And I'm not using as much water with them, but they're developing a skin on the top, similar to how acrylics do. Okay. I'm going to go in with the darker Hooker's Green. I still think that's such a funny name. I'm going to go in with the Hooker's Green to create like a little darker shadow on the underside of the leaf. Okay. You're never gonna come back, babe. Ooh, also on my Animal Crossing island today. So I haven't done a whole lot of decorating. I finished, well, not finished, mostly finished the entrance. But I think I decided on the villagers that I want. I went to the Nookopedia site and I just looked at like all the villagers and what their houses look like. Although I know you can change their houses if you've got the Happy Home Planner, Happy Home Designer, whatever, DLC. But I don't want to deal with ugly houses until then. And I don't have like a set list of like, I must have these 10. I made like a list of, I don't know, I want to say like 20 that I'd be happy with any of them. So I need to get some overlays for Animal Crossing, and maybe we'll play some Animal Crossing on stream. Okay. I like how that leaf looks. I like how it's got the darker. Yeah, I'm gonna do like a fall autumn witchcore vibe, I think. So my first thought was maybe doing like Wart Jr., the frog, the toad, could be like the witch turned him into a toad. And then Kiki is the black cat, and I feel like you need to have a black cat for the witch. And then there's a green elephant that kind of has like a smirk on her face, and she gives me kind of like witchy vibes. So I thought maybe she could be, I can't remember her name now, but I was thinking maybe she could be like a witch. And then from there, just a lot of the villagers that have like the dark orange coloring or like black. Oh, Lucky actually is like a mummy, the mummy dog. So I thought that would be kind of cute. Yeah, I'm excited. I went to a treasure island, a no-no island, earlier today and got stocked up on a lot of the autumn furniture items. Oh, hold on. I hear Olaf barking, so I gotta go let him in. BRB! are back. Yeah, I thought Lucky could be like a cute little, because, you know, she's the mummy. Thank you. Yeah, he was sitting at the top, but we have just a little rise in our backyard, like a mini hill. And he was sitting at the top of that. And he was looking at me when I opened the back door, like, huh, what? He knew that I was coming to him because he was barking. He is a silly boy. He, every now and then, he just, like, gets something stuck up his butt and he'll bark at all the neighbors. Because we live on a hill, and so there's neighbors kind of up from us, and then there's neighbors down from us, and we live on a cul-de-sac. So when he sits on that little top of the hill, he can see into the cul-de-sac and see like all our neighbors around. And if any of them dare to walk in their own yard or like in the cul-de-sac or something, every now and then he'll just like bark, bark, bark. Yeah, he used to be worse about it, so he's gotten a little better. Or like if deer go in our yard. Oh, the little beans. Yeah, if deer are walking through the yard, he'll like, if he sees them out the window, he's like, bark, 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 bark. But then the one time that there was a deer in our driveway, when I let him out the front to like get in the car, he froze and he was like, huh. He was scared of the deer. It was funny. It's the like, hold me back, bro, hold me back kind of thing. Where he talks a big talk, and then as soon as the deer are near, he's like, nope. Maybe it's all that I needed. I ain't coming over on the weekend. I'll be real busy with a meeting. Lying where the tide isn't meeting my chair. You're giving me tickets to my favorite show, but I can't promise I'm gonna be there. I don't know if all the detail I'm adding is really showing up on stream the way I want it to, but that's okay. Feel the stars on me like candlelight. Look how easy I'm breathing. I've been on the beach side looking for peace. I thought that I'd find it here right away. To find it someday. Oh, I've been on the beach side looking for peace. I thought thought that I'd find it here right away. Can you tell, Lexi, is when I sing with the music, is it off time at all, or does it sync up pretty well? I don't know if there's a delay. So when I'm singing along, I can't tell if it's like annoying or not. Because I hear it just through my headphones, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, as long as it's not like super delayed and sounding awful. A home run, a buzzer beater, I'm Derek Jeter, tear, sweat, and blood bleeder, a born leader. So what kinds of artsy things have you been working on lately? I need more water. I don't know if it's your phone, but for you, the music is a bit longer than your voice. Wait, louder or longer? Because I can turn it down if it's too loud. Here, I'll turn it down just a smidgen. Is that better at all? Oh, yeah, okay. It's better now. And not much the same stuff. I'm trying to figure out how to stream video games from your phone. But didn't you don't you have a webcam? Were you going to try to start using that? Unfortunately, I can't be a whole lot of help with the phone thing because I've never streamed from my phone. Although part of me thought about it today. I was like, how could I figure out how to stream from my backyard? That way I could like chill in the sunshine and paint. I think if you have an iPhone, there's a way. I think there's a way to use like your camera, your phone as a camera if you're on an iPhone. But I know when you and I looked at it for Android, I think you had to like download a separate app. If Laura's still here, Laura uses the Android Cam app. And that's how she does her like overhead stuff. I just have a Logitech webcam. It's just ununderstandable, it's intangible, can't handle. Automod was like, what? Oh, you figured out how to do it. You just haven't done it yet. Okay, cool. I'm really happy with all the dimension in these leaves right here. Let me see if I can zoom you in so you can see better. Girl, you gotta hop it like a kangaroo. Ah. I don't know if you can see like how, you know, I shaded the top and but then left this part lighter, and now it looks really dark. Anyway. Oh, babe, watch me dance. You're my trophy, I'm the champ. Oh, they call me messy, but I clean up like a Swiffer can. Feet up on the dashboard. This is another one of the reasons I love this artist. Like, just again, the lyricism of like some of his lyrics are just so clever. You're my trophy, I'm the can. Oh, they call me messy, but I clean up like a Swiffer can. Feet up on the dashboard. I could never ask for more. If we're kicking it, that's a score. Okay. Gonna do some. I just realized the stem I'm painting isn't to this flower, it's to this flower up here. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that. Oh, Lexi, didn't you say at one point that you could stream from the Switch without needing a capture card? Did you figure out how to do that? Cause that would be. Oh, you streamed from the. Wait, you streamed from your Switch on your phone? How does that work? Because that would be handy for Animal Crossing. I have a capture card, but like setting it all up is a pain in the butt. Oh, okay. So you just had the camera pointing at the screen. I see. Well, darn. In that case, I think I might have to set my capture card up again. Because I'd like to stream some Animal Crossing, too. Now that I've gotten back into it, you know? Return to my roots. Walt remembers my Animal Crossing days. Yeah, because you only play your Switch on the TV. I usually do. I hardly ever play handheld. But I have a capture card and a second dock on my desk. And I have a little portable monitor that I can set up for streaming just from the Switch. Because actually, and I need to do villager hunting pretty soon too. Because Rolf, the like snow leopard, just asked to leave my island, and I was like, bye! But now we get to replace him with somebody else. And I know I could just pick up a villager from a treasure island, but like, villager hunting is fun. And I figured out how to use predictions with channel points. So like we could do predictions on like who the villagers we're gonna find are and all that stuff. I think it would be really fun. Tomorrow I'm busy because I'm petting baby goats. But maybe Monday, depending on how my dentist appointment goes. Not excited about the dentist. Especially because I know it's going to be a filling, like they're going to replace my filling. So not only do they have to like drill the old ones out, but then they also have to like put the new ones in. So it's going to be awful. Baby goats! Baby goats, my friend, as the same friend that bought me these paints, actually, as part of my birthday present from her, she got me tickets, sort of, tickets, to go visit a baby, like a goat farm, and they have baby goats, and we're gonna get to play with the baby goats. I was so excited. I have no idea in what capacity we will get to play with the baby goats, like if we're gonna get to feed them or what, but I'm just like excited to interact with baby goats at all. But I could see how that would sound like baby clothes. Wait, what? Yeah, no actual babies. Yes, I will be taking so many pictures of goats. And like I don't know if the mama goats are there too or if it's just going to be the babies, but like any and all goats. I'm so excited. Very excited. When I was like 12, I wanted a pet goat. Just make sure that mama and daddy don't chase you. Yeah. I'm sure the farmer will set it up so we don't get chased. When I was 12, I really wanted a pet cow, or like, yeah, pet cow. And my mom was like, ew, no, they're stinky and whatever. And we lived in an apartment, so like we couldn't have a pet cow. But she thought by taking me to a dairy farm, it would deter me from wanting a cow. So, because then I'd have to like smell them and all that stuff. And it just made me want a cow even more. Like I just fell in love with them. My dad, however, grew up on a goat farm. My great grandma raised goats for a long time over in eastern Washington. And so my dad has stories about being chased by goats and like head-butted in the butt, you know, by them. You can dress Olaf for Beans as a cow. Oh, that would be so cute. Could you imagine Beanies in a little cow costume? Oh my goodness. She has a little bat costume, actually. She has little bat wings. Olaf doesn't mind costumes. We could dress him up as a little cow, and I think he'd be fine with it. He has a rain jacket. He has a Christmas sweater. Every year for Pride, we take him to the parade with us, and I put him in a little rainbow costume where it's like both sides of him are like this rainbow with the it's really cute. Twilight. Oh, she would be really cute in bat wings because she's black too, so it's like the color. A friend of ours has a 3D printed Batman face thing for their cat. And it even has little holes on the top for their ears. And I want to get one for Beans and then have her wear that with the bat wings. That's the nice thing about Beans not really being a big cat, is that like she hasn't outgrown anything. She's obviously bigger than she used to be when she was a kitten, but like she's really not a very big cat. Oh, Beanies. She's asleep on the bed. I forgot. Look. Oh, wait. You can't see. I got a little Bob's Burger Funko Pop. She got thick. Here he is, little Bobby. I just noted, I was looking up and went, oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, unfortunately, sweet Tibby is no longer with us. We miss her. But yeah, she was not a fan of Olaf or Beans. Yeah, she passed away, well, we had to have her put down in February of 2024. So it's been about almost a year and a half. My sweet baby. She was a grumpy old lady though. Yeah, my sweet Tibby. There are some clips on the channel actually of Tibby, because I know Lexi, you've never seen her because she passed before I started streaming a second time. But back in the OG days, Tibby was a regular appearance. Yeah, my sweet Tibbs. She would not have tolerated being put in a costume. She would hate it. Oh, man. She would have growled at us the whole dang time. I did actually, when I first adopted her, this was like before Cupcake even, but when I first adopted Tibby, I did get her a little mermaid costume, but she was so chonky that I had to get her a dog costume, and it was a little too big for her, actually. I'll see if I can find photos of it. That would be like over 10 years ago. She yeah. She was not happy about it. She would definitely try to scratch. Or she'd sit there and be like, be super grumpy. Temperature gets hot, sit back and watch me make it sizzle. Sizzle. They told me it's all you can eat, and I won't stop until they give me a reason. I ain't satisfied. For as noisy as she was, though, she was really good about, like, she never actually hurt anybody or, like, scratched or bit. Like, she would loudly protest, but then she would let you do whatever you needed to do. Like, we could actually give her a bath, and she would sit there and hate it and cry and, whine at us the whole time or growl at us. But she never tried to scratch us. She never tried to bite us. She was like, she just sat there and she was like, I hate all of you. And then she would try to escape out of the bathtub, and that was like a wet bowling ball. Because she was like, when I first got her, especially, she was so round. And as she lost weight, it was a little bit less. But like, oh man, the first couple times I gave her a bath, because she also couldn't reach her nethers very well to clean herself like most cats do. So I had to bathe her pretty regularly when I first got her and like wipe her and stuff. As she lost weight, she could do it herself. But the first couple of times I had to give her a bath, she was like a wet bowling ball trying to run out of the bathroom. She actually really liked him right away. Which was funny because Cupcake didn't grow up with cats. His mom is really allergic. So before we got together, his interactions with cats had been very few and far between. And so he wasn't really used to the idea of Tibby sleeping on the bed with me. Like when he first started to spend the night, because Tibbs would like snuggle right up, and she would actually sleep like on my pillow above my head, and then her little fat rolls would like roll over onto my forehead and like keep my forehead warm. It was so funny. So a couple times I'd wake up in the morning and he'd be like, did you know your cat like covers your face while you sleep? And I'm like, yeah, she does that. But he like could not get used to that for a while, because his family grew up with dogs, but the dogs always slept on the floor and, not in the bed, not on the furniture, etc. And cats do whatever they want. You cannot keep a cat off the furniture that it wants to be on. Let me tell you. But she warmed up to him really fast. Like, she loved him. She just loved people in general. She hated other animals, but she loved people. she, especially Tibby, she was like, I do what I want. She was large and in charge. Yeah, from what I've heard and seen of Twilight, she's like, I am the boss in this situation. Beans is a little bit more, I don't know. I think she's very dog-like in a lot of ways, I think, because she was basically raised by Olaf. Because Tibby didn't want anything to do with Beans. But Olaf right away was like, oh, this is a baby. And so I think in that way, Olaf gave Beans a lot of like very dog-like habits and very dog-like behaviors. I think I'm actually gonna switch to the smallest brush I have. This is a 000 by Winsor Newton, and it's just like, you can't even, it's like so teeny tiny. Excuse me? So teeny tiny. But some of these itty bitty little leaves, I feel like this 00 is too small, or too big, I mean. Yeah, she is like cat dog. cat dog, cat diggity dog. That was an awesome cartoon. Yeah. Yeah, I loved Cat Dog. This is the kind of stuff I would love to learn how to play on guitar. That like solo kind of like finger picking style and live out like my guitar hero dreams. Have a good night, Walt. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. And yes, I will make sure to let Captain know that you were here and said hello. Yeah, his movie started 2.5 hours ago, so he actually should be home pretty soon. Unless he and our friend decided to go out for food. Because it's 9:15ish now, and the movie started at 6:30. But yeah, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Well, I'm grooving tonight, and if grooving is a crime, I will be breaking the law, yeah. I love this teeny tiny little brush. It's so cute. Here, I don't know if you can even see like how tiny that tip is. It's so little. But it's really nice for some of these really like line details. And surprisingly, for how tiny it is, it produces some pretty thick lines. I'm liking these paints. It's kind of interesting to work with them versus the pans, the hard paints. It is a different level of moisture management, though. Like, overall, I'm using a lot less water because the paints themselves are already wet. And it's kind of producing a certain look in my painting. It's kind of neat. Whew. I am kind of sleepy. I was just realizing it's almost 9:30. And I woke up, well, Beans woke me up at 7 something today. Oh my god. You're up late. Well, okay, I can't judge because I was up late last night too. I was up until 2 a.m. the night before last. I've hit that part of the summer where my sleep schedule starts to resemble that of a raccoon. Hanging out with the hubbies, homeboys. Nice. Yeah, I think I need to get up early. Well, not early, but earlier tomorrow for goat time. More like hanging out with me while they play darts. Well, thanks for hanging with me. I can't remember. Have you played the Disney Dream Night? Dream Light? Dream Night? I mixed it up. Have you played the Disney Valley game? I have yet to play it, but I keep seeing it in the Switch store, and I'm like, do I get it? Yeah, no problem. You come mushrooms. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's nice for you. It's nice to see you hanging out. And I will try to catch another one of your streams soon too. And you're always like, I know you post in the Discord too. You just got a new game that was $4. What game is that? But you're always welcome to text me when you go live too, because I might see that more easily than sometimes than Discord. It's called Stick Figure. Is it like a battle one? Like stick figures are fighting each other? Because I might also have that one. I really like how these leaves are turning out. Stick figures. Yeah, I think I have that one. Maybe we could play it online. I can't. I don't remember. It's been ages since I've actually played it. I'm gonna pick up the 00 again. It's so fun. Yeah, I'll have to check it out again. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I know I have a stick figure battling game on the Switch. Alrighty, friendos, before it gets too late, I think I am gonna raid out because I'm just realizing it's almost 9:30, and I gotta get up early to play with goats tomorrow. But I see a wonderful person that is currently streaming that we could go to. Try not to buy any Mario games. Fair. They're expensive too. Like, yeah, they're expensive. But they're fun though. But there is a wonderful streamer named Krabby Moon who is doing Disney Dream Night Valley. Why do I keep saying Dream Night? Dream Light. That looks like would be very fun. She is somebody I started following recently, and they've been playing a lot of oh my god, what do you call it? Animal Crossing. See, I need my brain. I need to go to bed. But they've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, so I thought that would be fun to go hang out with. Yeah, so I think we're gonna raid out and go hang out with the very lovely Krabby Crabs. But it would be so nice if you could stick around for the raid. Even if you can't, like, stay once we've raided, it would just be nice to send a little love to Krabby. There are the raid messages. The top one is if you are just following. The second one is if you are subbed. You can use my handy dandy emotes. Yeah, here, let's get this started. And thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out and being here. Yeah. Have a great rest of your evening, your time zone. If you are not already, you can come hang out with us on Discord. Yeah. And I will see you guys next time.